Deadites and Ghost Beaters. If you're new to the channel, I am Oldhead Gaming, and we've made it to Chapter Day. The end transmission patch notes are live. The availability to buy the chapter should be up relatively shortly, sometime the next, half an hour to an hour, and you'll be able to get Gabriel Soma and the Singularity. Let's take a look at the patch notes to see what actually was changed. Alright, the 7.0.0 end transmission update. Release information. Update releases 11 a.m., so your game should be available now to update, and the DLC releases at noon. Content. New killer, the Singularity. We kind of know what's going on there. New survivor, Gabriel Soma. We know what's going on there too. We got to see all that stuff on the PTB, as well as the new map, Davarka Deepwood, Toba Landing. So we got to see all the cool new stuff. Let's take a look at what they've actually changed from the PTB actually to the launch of the chapter. And we're going to start with killer tweaks. The artist, Ink Egg, decrease the maximum capacity of Dire Crows by 1. Vibrant Obituary, increase the length of time of Dire Crow. Killer Instinct reveals survivors by 3 seconds, was 1.5. Nemi, damage syringed. Increase the time it takes survivors to use vaccine by 3 seconds, was 2. Increase the length of Killer Instinct when survivors use vaccine by 3 seconds, was 2. Alright. Tyrant Gore, Zombie Heart, increased mutation rate by 75%. Trickster Lucky Blades, increased duration of main event by 0.3 seconds, was 0.2. Waiting for You Watch, increased duration of main event by 0.4, was 0.3. Ghostface Power, movement speed while crouched 3.8 milliseconds, was 3.6. Night Shroud, recharge time 20 seconds, was 24, so they've decreased the amount of time it takes to get into Shroud. Killer Instinct duration after being revealed 4 seconds, was 2. Knife Belt reduced the terror radius by 12 meters, was 8, while crouching and night vision monocular, a survivor that reveals Ghostface inflicted with exhausted for 10 seconds, was 5. So kind of an overall buff to Ghostface. Alright, perk updates. Pop goes the Weasel. There was a little bit of complaint about this on the PTB, but here's what they did to change. Pop, after hooking survivor, the next generation damage loses 30%, was 20 of its current progress. Normal generator regression applies after damage generator action. Pop Goes the Weasel is active for 35, 40, and 45 seconds after a survivor is hooked. Deja Vu got a nice boost. We have noticed growing concerns surrounding excessively long matches caused by 3-genning. This is because you've made the Knight and the mid-merchant. This is why this has happened. After working a long-term solution for future updates, limit how effective this strategy could be. However, we recognize survivors need more options at their disposal. With this in mind, we made some adjustments to Deja Vu. The perk will now reveal aura of 3 generators which are close proximity to one another indefinitely. Previously 30, 45, and 60 seconds at the start of a trial. Generators was completed with 4, 5, 6% bonus speed. Reveal generators 3, 4, and 5. Flashbang. After completing 70, 60, and 50% progress in a generator, Flashbang activates. Enter a locker. Press the active button to craft 1 flashbang rate. No longer requires being empty-handed. So the nice thing about this is you can create your flashbang, but you don't have to drop your med kit to use it. Events! The 7th anniversary Twisted Masquerade begins on June 21st, and Level 1 opens on the 21st as well. Both will be at 11 Eastern Time. Features: the search bar. Well, you can now just type in shit and find it. Easy peasy. Item reworks. Survivor items that can return a player image and a match. Toolbox, firecracker, special items that play against specific killers, e.g. lament configuration, and the VHS tape. Temporary items that do not return player inventory match, e.g. white glyphs, flashbang. All right, cool. They've divided non-workables into reworks. Oh, cool. Miscellaneous. Added updated pop-up requiring players to back up the splash screen when a backend update is deployed. This may happen when kill switch change, release of new store items, etc., etc. Error message production for disconnection. All right, cool. Easy peasy. All right, here comes the buggy fixes. Fixed an issue where Nurse Chase music was louder than other themes. Skull Merchant's body cleaver customization sound effects. Okay, cool. Killer, the Singularity. This is stuff we probably changed that was not working. Doesn't look like a whole lot of stuff. Some stuff about biopods, terror radius, and hyper awareness problems. Blood Pact external perk icon is no longer visible. Ours effective perks add-ons. Okay, nothing too big. Just some tweaks from the PTB. Our buddy bots, which really isn't a concern right now, but will be when they start to replace disconnected players, which is coming this summer. Bots can now use the following perks: background player, blood rush, potential enemy, power struggle, reassurance, and urban evasion. And then the rest of it was just some minor fixes against bots against specific killers like Hag and Trapper and blah, blah, blah. Characters! The Frumerous Jabberwock skin for the artist no longer causes FPS spikes. Well, that's good. Fixed in some issues. An issue that caused Skull Merchant's kick animation to break pallets to be offset. I wish they would fix the issue that is the Skull Merchant. Just delete her permanently. Fix an issue that caused Mastermind's trench coat to fail. Like, none of this is big. Just some slightly askew stuff. Add on the Serpent suit now correctly causes the raid to uncloak, performing the action. All right, so nothing big here on the characters. It's just some mostly askew stuff that was just looking funky. All right, environment. Fixed in texture issue on the gate of Silent Hill. Fixed in issue with the window roof of Larry's. All right, cool. Maps. There's not a whole lot going on. It's pretty easy peasy. There looks like a lot of major changes coming from the PTB. Fixed the staircase on Ares, so Ares back. Fixed the reaching Victor on Toba Landing. Fixed placement of generators on Midwich. Fixed an issue preventing the Mastermind from pushing survivors. All right, some little bit of stuff on Toba's Landing. Triggering a Hag Phantasm trap when specific cosmetics are equipped and no longer causes a crash. That's kind of important. Events and archives. Fixed an issue when survivors could collect memory fragments while on hook. Fixed an issue, memory fragments were disappearing. Fixed an issue, survivors held items that would disappear. Fragile mirror, white glove caretaker. All right. All right, perks. Fixed an issue where could allow survivors to reach unintended places by any means necessary. Now, we did see any means was back on the PTB, and it looks like they're back now. Hex third seal perk now correctly applies blindness. Perk quick and quiet no longer goes into cooldown if perk is activated during an interaction. All right, UI stuff. Nothing big here. All right, miscellaneous. Black bars around screen no longer appear in the main menu. Players are now able to exit hatch the survivor tutorial. Camera no longer jitters when picking up a survivor from blocker. So yeah, nothing too big, just some minor tweaks. All right, PTB adjustments. This is what we really like to know. What changed coming from the PTB, what we were all playing on, versus what we got now? And of course, the biggest thing has got to be what they did to poor Pyramid Head. He was like, I'm gonna be mighty, and now he's just back to normal. Singularity, updated biopods, disabled state to be more obvious visually, made overclock duration more obvious by adding a meter around it. Diagnostic tool add-on update during overclock, made for clarity and consistency. And nano machine gel, updated to work for overclock, more clarity and consistency. Okay, EMP, survivors holding EMP no longer see supply crates. That's fair. The supply crates were dropped from 7 to 5. They were just literally everywhere. It was kind of rough on the poor Singularity. And increased the time from 80 to 90 seconds to open the initial crate. All right, easy peasy. Toba Landing. Reduced the amount of vegetation. It was kind of hectic. And update the loops for considered safe. Okay. Bots, blah, blah, blah. Platforms. Fix crash occurring in-game friend on the Nintendo Switch. Player station players that friends with party hosting mutual can now join, and inputting invalid code. And I do have some problems sometimes inviting people on PlayStation, just things get weird. Miscellaneous adjustments to the executioner have been reverted. Yeah, like I said already, poor Pyramid has just got ignored. The Singularity's Mori, where the survivor's face was not dissolving, is corrected, and perk preview now disabled anonymous mode. Loadouts are now correctly blocked. All right, so easy peasy. And there you have it. That's what you can expect. We will have the brand new chapter live momentarily from the drop of this video. And you'll be able to get them either just buying the chapter, which will probably be about $7 because it's only a killer and a survivor. You'll also buy them with shards or with cells if you prefer. And then you can go out and hunt those new adepts. We'll be going for both of those tonight live on the stream. And enjoy your new chapter because when we turn around in about 4 weeks, we'll have the new PTB for Nicolas Cage. What do you think of the changes? We're excited for the drop of Singularity and Gabriel, or do you not really care? Do you think the new map's wild? Have you got a chance to play any of the stuff on the PTB? I want to hear all your thoughts in the comments below. As always, thanks for watching, and later, mates.